Riley's next to me too. She's like literally staring at the screen, trying to figure out
She
what we're
wants.
doing here.
Two, three, four. Basketball, gimme the ball because
Yeah,
I'm
this is
gonna
night
dunk it!
4 on the boat. We found some um China
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken.
glasses
In the ocean.
in the mud. Yeah, isn't that cool?
Wow. Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Some ancient time stuff. But yeah, night 4. We got our maps. We got where
Wow.
we're going.
Where are you at right now?
Uh, I'm Bass Harbor, which is like not far from Bar Harbor.
Bahaba.
Yeah, I'm a salty dog. I ate 2 lobsters
Two
and
full
like
lobsters.
2 full lobsters, 12 oysters, uh, and like probably a pound of mussels. Anything to help me go to bed at night, you know,
Yeah.
something light before bed
Something
for
light.
sleeping on for sleeping on a boat.
Some to just get all juiced. You're gonna have some weird dreams, I bet.
Oh, I know. I think it's like when you take it's like when you have a gin and tonic, you have like quinine dreams. I'm gonna have mussels and lobster dreams. Last week's game, Iowa versus Iowa State.
Yep.
Iowa did not win that game, if I'm correct.
Yep. I was actually telling Riley, I swear to God, I had like a bad dream about losing the game the night before, and then I feel like I just lived out that
Yeah,
it just the nightmare never ended.
that bad energy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I
no,
don't
my
think there was ever
yeah,
a point. I don't think there was ever a point where I personally thought. I mean, like, you know, I just never thought there was a secure W in the pocket.
right.
It just never felt that way even before the game, during, after. I mean, there might have been light, hope here and there, but
Yep.
I never really felt like we were on the winning side of things.
Yeah. And honestly, like I did watch the game back. I kind of skimmed through it, but there we probably should have lost by more. Our defense played very well. Like the defense looks better than I thought. Offense is worse than I thought. Could you imagine? Like, yeah.
This is shocking news for Iowa this year.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I mean,
really
it's the
and
same.
yeah,
It's the same.
We are same. Same.
Yeah.
it really is. And everyone was worried about our cornerbacks. I mean, they had a couple really nice pass breakups. They look like they could be a strength. So that's encouraging, at least. Let's stay positive for now. I saw right before this that on PFF, which is Pro Football Focus grades, um, Iowa's O line is ranked number one in the Big Ten. And that just
Big
shows
burly
how
Iowa hogs.
it shows how bad the passing game is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we got some hogs up front, and we can't make it happen.
we still can't make it.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's like a double example of the yips. I mean, I feel like we're on. I don't think you can call it the yips anymore. I think we are in out of yip territory.
Yep.
Um, but it's bad. And I don't know if you think it's OC related or if you think it's just Marky Mark back there. I don't know. What are your thoughts there?
I think it's a bad mix of like the OC wanting to be aggressive and Kirk wanting to be conservative. Like they don't know when to take their shots, if that makes sense. Like in
I find it interesting that you throw Kirk's name into the mix because I didn't bring that up, but I think that's valid.
yeah,
I don't
and
think it's Kirk's game plan is not to be aggressive. It's to win by 8+ points.
yeah. And that's why like
How as an OC do you come in and do that?
right. I understand where Kirk's coming from because that mentality has won him a ton of games, but he just has a different staff. He has a different personnel than he's had, in the past in some cases. So, um, I think one example of that would be the pick that Gronowski threw. Like,
Or the head coach of the Saints, Gronowski. And intercepted down the sideline.
that was a semi-aggressive
Yeah.
play call. Like quarterbacks at Iowa usually aren't in a position to like mess up that bad on a play and then go give up a
Yeah.
touchdown. And I think that was a weird mix of like Lester's like, let's push it. And then Kirk's like, well, not too much, you know? But yeah,
Yeah. I think you're spot on in terms of the analysis. I mean, it is a hard game. I mean,
it's tough. They're a good team. Yeah.
it's painful to acknowledge, but on the road against a good team, when we came off of a lackluster win, um, you know, I'm not giving up obviously on the season or
No,
anything, but it's a hard loss for Iowa fans
it's a
in
hard
terms of
sell. Yeah.
momentum for the year. Yeah.
It's a hard sell for some fans that, are more casual, I would say,
Yeah.
to buy in right now. They're gonna have to win
Yeah.
some games before that happens again, I'd say. But um
I,
yeah.
I
Only
would
other
agree.
thing, only other thing I'd say is like fourth down and short, we gotta go for it the rest of the year. Like if we're past the 50, like we gotta go get touchdowns. We can't be settling
Yeah.
for field goals as much as we do. That's
No, I think
yeah.
you gotta pack the hogs up front. I
Yep.
mean, that's a lot of beef right there that you gotta just send the wall. And yeah, if we have it, I mean, that needs to be.
That's a
It's a
strength.
weird threat, but it's a strength. I mean, tush push style.
Yep.
Um, you know, get Mark some beef up there and start rolling. I think at the end of the day, there was never a point when I thought we were going to win. And I
Fair.
think just played scared. I mean, there was no like, let's try to steal one in Ames. I mean, I'm a casual fan here saying all this, but
Yeah.
I never got that sense of like, all right, let's go out and steal one. And that's where I went, it's painful. Football is so fun up until it's week 2 and you go 0 for 3 in terms of your fantasy team, your
Oh,
NFL team, the Bears, as well as the Hawks. So
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
luckily I'm out here, not as focused as I could be, but
yeah.
it's still not as fun to even being far away,
Yeah.
from the game. You still can't watch highlights throughout the week and,
Yeah.
try to savor the flavor.
I
Uh,
was I
but
was
yeah,
thinking about that. One of us was going to have a real bad weekend after
yeah,
that Monday night game.
it had to be
And
me. It had to be
yeah.
me. It was a good time. I'm gonna lightning round through week 2. US uh University of Southern Florida versus Florida. We had a 18-16 game. First time South Florida beat Florida in school history. We
Wow.
love Florida. Evan and I love Florida.
South Florida in
And
particular.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Hey, this ain't the same old South Florida, my brother.
yes, South Florida, it's a good place and it's fun to see Florida turn into a little bit of a light Texas light in terms of interstate football beatdown. So it's fun to see that they can beat the Gators up north, who have shown light and shown pain over the last few years.
Yes. Yeah, that was an electric upset. And then I'm sure we'll talk about it, but they get Miami this week. So they have a chance
The
to yeah.
interstate Florida beatdown. I'm digging it, taking names.
Yep.
All
Absolutely.
right, we got Oklahoma versus Michigan. Michigan kind of seemed like they poo-pooed the bed. 24, Oklahoma, Michigan 13. OU's first ever road win in Ann Arbor.
Yep.
Is that right? Was that in
There,
in
I don't think I'll have to look this up actually. It's either it was the first or second time that those schools ever played, which is really crazy. It's weird
and
to
it
think
was
about.
in Ann Arbor?
It was in Norman. It was in Oklahoma.
That's what I thought.
The home game for
Scad
Oklahoma.
Jippity lied to me.
Yeah,
But
freaking Cad.
Michigan's offense managed under 250 total yards, lowest since 2020. So their offense was not rolling, I guess. The world's richest man as of today, Larry Ellison, could not buy the best quarterback out there. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that.
TBD on what their future holds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I know. I think the quarterbacks. I think Oklahoma's defense feasted on him being so young,
You should see him feast. He's like a mantis. It's amazing.
and he doesn't have weapons around him yet. They just, Michigan went all in on that championship season, and Harbaugh left, and since then they're just kind of on a slow rebuild. Didn't so I actually picked Oklahoma to win that and cover, so I wasn't too surprised, but I yeah I did think Oklahoma's offense looked pretty solid. I think better than a lot of people thought they would. So, um, but yeah, we'll see what Michigan does the rest of the year. I think they're going to be kind of, similar to last year, maybe a little better, but we'll see.
Yeah, good teams cover, man. All right, real quick, Mississippi State 24, Arizona State. They're missing their running back.
Oh, Cam Scadaboo. He,
Cam Scadaboo's looking good in the league right now, but
yeah,
they're missing him.
yeah. I was bad look for the Big 12 though. I mean, that was their conference winner last year, and Mississippi State maybe like bottom third SEC, you know. So it's just not a great look for them, but maybe Mississippi State's better than people think too. That could be the case.
I'm That's going to be one of my dark horse picks here. Is I think Mississippi State's going to pull out some. They got some confidence rolling now.
Yeah.
Can't knock them for what did they have? Ole Miss? No, who'd they have last week?
The
Maybe they
week
had
before,
nobody.
yeah, the week before they had Southern Miss. Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're on a roll. Even though it's Arizona State, you would have thought would have been more competition, but
Yeah,
who
and they
knows?
they stormed the field and they didn't care. They got
Yeah,
that 250K fine. They don't care. They needed a good camaraderie moment there.
yeah. Bring the kids back to school.
Yep.
Um, Oregon 69 versus Oklahoma State. That's a bit of a beatdown. Oklahoma State only had three.
Yep.
OSU's lowest point total at home since 1931. And then going into another beatdown here, Ohio State, another OSU, beat Grambling State by 0. Beat Grambling State by 0.
Years. Who started Grambling? Who was the first big time riverboat Grambler? Who cares? Probably some hunk who said, "Want bet?" What are you waiting for? Let's go Gramble.
State by 0.
Reason I'm bringing this game up is because the Buckeyes averaged 10.7 yards per play. That's not good.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Can you imagine a first down being averaged?
You just walk to a
That's not
first
good.
down. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, both two top teams in the Big Ten looking like it, and I don't talk shit about just if you're playing Oregon, when we play Oregon later this year in Kinnick, I
Yeah.
you know, Kirk never says anything like bad about the opposing team, but not a good time to start because every time someone's done that with Deion Sanders doing it 2 years ago and Mike Gundy
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
flaming them for just having Phil Knight dollars, it's not gone well
Yeah.
for them that week. So
Yeah. No, and I think that's what the Northwestern coach say.
did he say something too?
They're nothing after. Yeah, he said they're
Oh,
nothing if they don't have their Nike like NIL money and Nike bucks, then they're nothing. It's like, well, that's what every program is at the end of the day. So that's going to be, especially they shouldn't have said anything because now it's going to be like a trip. Now there's going to be like some camaraderie to beating these people down.
Stop! He's already dead.
So
that field in Evanston is gonna rift into the uh Lake Michigan this weekend.
it's just
Gonna
gonna
drift
like
away.
wave. Exactly. It's just gonna wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I will
Um,
say about that one though, I do want to see, have you seen the floating duck that Oregon used to bring around? I hope they bring that floating
no,
duck
do they bring
into
a
like,
boat?
no, it's
The
literally
boat
like a
duck?
giant inflatable duck. I hope they put it in the lake
Oh,
right next to it. That'd be cool.
why not? I think there needs to be more of that tailgate vibe,
Yeah.
floatgate vibe for any team that's by the lake, your Tennessee, your
Washington.
University of Washington, and Northwestern, it's right there. I think right now it's right there, and then I think it might be once they get a permanent stadium
Yeah,
or whatnot, it might be further away. So
a little bit.
once
Yeah,
they get a permanent high school stadium, they can they can move
exactly.
on down the line. Um, all right, Evan, let's get into your lock of the week.
Yep.
What we don't have a line eye Bob here to start pitching us 18 locks. I did want, it's unfortunate because we can get into more of those locks of his text messages. Maybe I'll add that in post, Mark, about how well Illini Bob did, based on the text messages we get at 3 a.m. Zodiac killer style.
Yep.
Grambling State first
Yes.
quarter.
Just like a robot. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
But yeah, what's your lock of the week? What
yeah.
do we got?
This week is a little weird. I think there's gonna be a lot of blowouts, especially in the Big Ten. It's kind of the last week for cupcake games, in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go away from the Big Ten a bit, and I know we talked about this game a little bit earlier, USF Miami. I just think I really liked what I saw with Miami um, when they played Notre Dame the first game of the
yeah,
year. And it's a big line. It's 17 and a half points for Miami. And the way USF's been knocking off Boise State and then Florida, I that's such a big line. It's like it's one of those where you're like Vegas knows something, right? Like I
yeah.
think Miami is gonna end up pulling away with this one. Sad to say, I would like to see USF win, but it's just one of those you got to look at the line and be like smart about it. So that's my lock of the week there.
I think it'll be interesting to investigate that more, especially following up next week and just seeing if
Yeah,
that comes true. Because, yeah, Vegas, I mean, you can look to Vegas for about everything you need because once money's involved, the accuracy of prediction, no matter if you're talking sports or something else, is always so much higher.
You think we need one more? You think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
hmm
So, real quick, I'm going to just run down these lines. You tell me what your favorite out of these besides the Miami versus South Florida big game that you just mentioned. So we got Georgia versus Tennessee.
yeah,
First top 15 Georgia Tennessee matchup since 2004. Florida versus LSU. The Magnolia Bowl. Notre Dame at Texas A&M. First time meeting since 2001. We got Miami versus South Florida that you just mentioned. First time both teams are ranked in state rivalry. And
yep,
then the only thing that makes the Iowa State game go well is that for us is that Wisconsin's also doing bad. They've got Bama. Bama's probably trying to cut their teeth here, and
hmm
only second ever meeting between these programs. Back first time was back in 2015. So
yeah.
Wisconsin hasn't beaten a ranked SEC opponent on the road since 1999. And you know what? I think that tradition's going to stay alive.
I would agree with you. I think it's a real bad spot for them, and they ended up pulling away last week, but they looked really suspect against Middle Tennessee, I believe they played. I think they were down like three
Yeah,
zero, close like deep into the second quarter. So I I don't
yeah,
and Bama, I think after that first game losing to Florida State, I think they're just playing real pissed off and I
yeah.
think they're going to put it together again like they did last year against Wisconsin. So and it's in Tuscaloosa. It all looks bad for Wisconsin to me.
The only way Wisconsin's getting out of that alive is that they have the same color gear, so they might blend in
Yeah,
Tuscaloosa,
exactly.
those Badgers. But
Yeah.
um, you know, I think wrapping this up here, one comment I'll make about Bama is it, they are a developing program again in the sense of like they are. I mean, they used to be everything, and now they're
Yeah.
kind of starting to blend into the mix. And I could see them being like a Notre Dame last year, where they just hang around. They have a bad game out the start and just hang around. And I'm not saying that they're gonna go grab the ship, but I could see Bama not not fading away, as they say.
Yeah, especially with the 12-team
So
playoff now. Like it's these kind of teams is where it really helps out the 12-team. The 12-team playoff really helps out these kind of teams that have insane amounts of talent, kind of hang around, and then by the time you get to January, like they've totally hit their stride and they can just they
yeah,
just have better guys than a lot of teams. So
yeah, and I think that's what these early games prove is that you might have just you have the talent, you just didn't put it together early on, and
yeah.
luckily college football is, I would say, on the up in terms of being more apologetic to losing a couple games or one game,
Yeah,
if you lose the right one. So
absolutely.
just can't lose the wrong one. So
Yeah, I totally
um
agree. Yeah.
anything else you got, Hawkeye Ev?
I
Doesn't
don't
have the
have
same
too
ring as a
much.
Illini Bob.
I don't have too much more, man. Hawkeye wise, I'd like to see. I mean, you got throw it 40 times against UMass, man. Like if you can't figure it out now, UMass is really bad, dude. They might be
Yeah.
worse than Albany. Um,
Albany put up a fight. I'm giving it to the Great Danes. They were fighters for a little
they
bit.
Yeah, yeah, and we didn't have any tape on them. Now we have tape on this awful UMass team. We gotta get Mark totally comfortable. We gotta just like people need
It's
to see some offense. They're dying for it. So let's just I mean, I beat him as bad as you can. Don't hold on to the ball. Like just go get them.
no, and make Mark look like a MVP quarterback, or else you got to bench him. Even though I don't think we'll do that, but
No.
you know, I mean, you got this is the game where he literally needs to. And I would put a little skin on it for him, where it's like enough to make him just feel like he needs to get it going. He already knows that, but not enough to, you know,
Yeah.
you want to feel the pressure here and go out and perform, and I think he will against a bad team because that's what he used to is playing just smaller teams, so
Sure.
FCS teams. So
It's true. It's
yeah.
true. Yeah. Agreed. Cool.
Well, go Hawks, Ev. We'll get them this week against the UMass. What are they?
The Minutemen, which I I don't know if they like for their women's teams if they're called the Minute Women. I'm gonna have to research that. But
All right, bring it for next week.
yeah, exactly.
All right,
Well,
go
enjoy
Hawks.
Maine. Be safe on that boat, and we'll see you back in Colorado soon.
Hopefully, I'll make it back home, lad.
Yarg.
Fire away. All right, ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it! Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna